I'm going to show you a video, and you have to tell me if it's real or fake. Okay, so I know the caption's in Spanish, but basically what it's saying is the panda is real, and that for security reasons, when traveling to other countries, they have to sit on the plane like a human passenger next to their feeders. And they use a seatbelt, wear diapers, and they're eating bamboo the whole flight. Any guesses? The whole thing is fake. The fact-checking website Snopes suggests that the photo was staged using a semi-realistic stuffed doll. And guess what? That photo's been showing up online and fooling people since 2006. Now, that's just one example of misinformation being shared on TikTok. Make sure you pay attention because we're going to quiz you on a few more examples soon. This is Kane Explains Misinformation on TikTok. Well, now I want to know, what other types of misinformation are out there on TikTok? For this one, I'm going to need some help from you and a fact checker. Everyone, meet Maggie LeBeau.
Hi!
Maggie is a teen fact checker, and she's going to test us to see how good we are at spotting misinformation.
Okay, everyone. I've got 3 categories to test you on, so get ready. What looks off in this video?
Go!
So this is an example of editing that leaves out context.
Okay, what gives it away?
So in this video, it's actually in 2016. As you can tell on the corner, it says the date on it. And also, it was at a campaign rally, and what actually happened was that someone in the audience yelled "gun," so he got pulled off the stage. But he wasn't getting pulled off the stage because he was getting arrested or anything like that. It was just the Secret Service trying to protect him. If you see one video of Trump getting arrested, maybe you should look up Trump getting arrested. And if you do, you'll find context that he is facing criminal charges, but he wasn't getting pulled by people or anything like that. Ready for the next example? Check out this video and see what's off about it.
Ah, ça chauffe là, même un policier qui vient de tomber.
That's because it's actually a different audio that was put on to this TikTok. You always should check for TikTok, is this an original audio or is it someone else's audio? That audio of the gunshots was layered onto it to make it sound a little bit more violent. So let's talk about what's really happening in France. Right now, the government is trying to raise the retirement age to 64 from 62. So a lot of people in France are really upset, and there are a lot of big protests going around right now. And while there are reports of water cannons and tear gas, there are no reports of gunshots at this time. Okay, what's off about this photo?
Okay, when I first saw this, it looked like the Pope was wearing those Aritzia Super Puffs. That's all I could imagine. Or the halftime show concert where Rihanna's backup dancers were all wearing those big puffy jackets.
He definitely does remind me of one of those backup dancers.
What's the deal here? Are you telling me the Pope doesn't actually dress like this?
This is not real. This is actually an example of our 3rd category, which is AI-generated content.
AI-generated content can look really real. Do you have any tips for spotting it?
Always look at the hands for AI-generated content because they always seem to have problems. There might be too many fingers, there might be not enough fingers, or they might be holding something that's a little bit off. So if you look at this Pope picture, he's actually not really holding the coffee mug, and it's just kind of below his hand, and it's positioned very awkwardly. The chain to his cross, it's missing one of the sides. So always try to look at those little details, the jewelry, the hands, and see, is this looking a little bit off?
So let's go back to misinformation about Trump getting arrested. These photos aren't real either, but how can people tell?
You can tell that actually All of the cops' faces are the same person. While it's a little bit difficult to spot, try to view like people in the background and see, do any of them look a little bit off? Because obviously the first thing that you're looking at is Trump, his face, so you're not really paying attention to what else is going on in that picture.
Thanks so much, Maggie, for all these tips. I know it'll be really helpful for a lot of people on TikTok.
That's all for now. For CBC Kids News, I'm Isabel McNeil.